family and friends. I am here to give a testimony and I am hoping that this will help some other persons from becoming ill to the point of death. Right? I was born August 19. It was around that time because in my family, three of us, we all took sick, but the baby got sick first. So after around August 19, the baby was very ill, right? Have a high fever to the point that you could even fry egg on him. That's how much the fever was. He was supposed to go to an appointment in the following day, but when I used the Panadol the night, and I wake up about 1 o'clock in the morning, the fever returned, right? The fever returned. Anyway, I continued using the Panadol throughout the day and the next day. So eventually I decided that I was going to give him the herbs that we normally drink. Sometimes we drink a combination of several herbs. Some of these herbs I am selling, so I can show you just in case you're not sure of what the herbs is. Right? So the combination of herbs is peppermint, fever grass, you have moringa leaf, cinnamon leaf, soursop leaf, ginger, and turmeric. Right. So usually I combine all of these herbs have different targets. Like example, the moringa leaf has vitamin A, C, zinc, a whole lot of nutrients. So especially for persons who do not eat meat, the moringa leaf is an excellent source of the vitamins that you normally. And you can use the moringa leaf fresh. You can combine it with a callaloo. You can combine it with any vegetable at all. It's because it's high in protein. Alright, so I combine all of these. A little of each. You have to know the measurements. I cannot do a whole lot. And family, you see when I combine all of them and I give it to the baby that night, and I wake up the same 1 o'clock, there was no fever. The fever never returned. So the baby actually was sick for 3 days, right? 3 days, and I gave him these combination of herbs, and it went away. However, my husband came from St. America. He is a contractor. He does steel work. But he came from St. Mary very ill, right? He was coughing, he had headaches, he was very weak. Appetite was, he didn't have much appetite. So I was trying to give him some of the same tea, trying to help him to get through. But eventually, I got sick. So between my husband, the baby, and me, it was like 1 month of sickness. Alright, so, but I continued drinking this tea that I was telling you about, the combination of herbs. But when I was sick now, I am going to give you the symptoms. I might see me looking somewhere else because I'm trying to remember. The symptoms that I had when I was sick was I had pain throughout my entire body. I could hardly come out of the bed, could hardly lift the baby, could hardly feed the baby. I had fever. Sometimes I wake up in the night, the bed is soaked, right? My lip sometimes burn up. So what I have to be doing is I have to be using aloe vera, right? And that helps a lot, right? I had pain behind the eyes. Now the pain behind the eyes, someone was saying that doesn't characterize the famous thing that is going around. So they said probably it can be that because I have a lot of mosquitoes around. During that time, it could be that I had the dengue fever. So they suggest the papaya leaf. So I drank papaya, I just used 1 papaya leaf to some water and I drink it 2 times. The second time I drink it, the pain behind my eyes went. So I said, well, maybe it looked like that is dengue fever. As well as the papaya leaf, the other day when we had chip V, that is what I use, and it helped me as well. So apart from the pain, the fever, the eye pain, the weakness, my lip burning up, can hardly come out of bed. I had headache, but not much. No energy. I had no appetite. I had no taste. My mouth tastes bad. Right? I was nauseous. I had a little diarrhea. Now you see the diarrhea now. I think that is a serious one. So eventually I jump on that. And how I deal with the diarrhea was I use activated charcoal powder. I use 1 teaspoon to a cup of water, and I drink that. So the activated charcoal powder, anything that is in your system, whether it is introduced through air, through food, through water, whatever, it cleans it out. But you cannot take any medications 2 hours after that because it will deactivate the medication. In other words, the medication is not going to do what it's supposed to do. Right? Alright, so I had all of those symptoms, right? So apart from the combination of herbs that I was showing you, apart from that, I also used heat inhalation. I used heat inhalation. Heat inhalation. I use eucalyptus. So I put the eucalyptus a little, like 2 drops of eucalyptus oil in the water, and hot water. Put it in a container. Put my head over it. Put a towel over it, and I inhale. And did the same thing with Epsom salt. And I used it to sop my forehead as well. Because during that time I was still having the eye pain, right? Um, I don't remember, but I was coughing as well. 1 week of coughing. So I used the leaf of life for that, because the leaf of life is excellent for that. And apart from the leaf of life, I had stuffy nose. So sometimes I have seawater that I put in a saline drop bottle, and I use it in my nose. So that's the same I use for the baby when he has stuffy nose. Alright, family, because this might be a very long video, I'm going to continue. In the next video, I'm going to tell you about a flu bomb that is going around, that works a whole lot for persons who might be catching what is going around in the next video. So we will end here, continue in the next video.